Hello everybody and welcome to Chimera Collection, where I show off things that I pick up at events that I go to and just give you a feel of what might be at those events. It's pretty cool. It's a way to show off the things that I get. For the most part, these kind of videos are going to be mostly unedited, but because I have stupid ways of talking when I speak, I'm probably going to edit a few jump cuts here and there so it makes it go a little smoother. Anyway, let's get started. This past weekend, I went to Emerald City Comicon, the variation of Comicon that's up in Seattle, and I picked up some okay stuff. Most of the money was spent on gas, parking, overpriced convention center food, so didn't get a ton, but whatever I did get was kind of neat. Here's the first item. I don't really know if this counts as a collection item, but whatever. I got my copy of Infamous Second Son signed by Troy Baker, who was the guy who voice acted and mocapped the main character Delsin Rowe. This is my favorite game on the PS4 so far, so I did enjoy having that done. You may also recognize Troy Baker from things like The Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, pretty much everything else that's ever released in the past couple years. Him and Nolan North are pretty much the two big ones right now. Next, I got a graphic novel of Ghost in the Shell. I'm a big fan of cyberpunk art and other things like that related to the cyberpunk genre. And from what I've read online, Ghost in the Shell is a big influence for a lot of the cyberpunk subculture, I guess. And I never watched the anime. I'm not huge into anime, but I do want to read this book. I've already started it and I'm really enjoying it so far. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'd suggest checking it out. I got it used for like $8. It's pretty neat. Then I got this Comicon exclusive cover, this variant of the Rick and Morty comic that is going to start releasing on April 1st, which is probably when I'm going to release this video. So if you want to pick up Rick and Morty issue 1, you can probably go to your local comic store and pick up a copy. If you haven't watched Rick and Morty on Adult Swim or anything like that, watch it. It is a fantastic show. I think it's probably one of the best shows on TV, really. It is hilarious. If you're into animation, anything related to like Dan Harmon or Justin Roiland, they are fantastic. Rick and Morty is fantastic. I highly suggest watching it, and now that this comic is coming out, I highly suggest reading that. Oh, and the art is done by Zach Gorman, who made the Magical Game Time comics, and those are fantastic as well, so read those. Next, I got this copy of the new Bill and Ted comic that I didn't even know existed before Comic-Con. I just happened to come across the booth of the people that did the art and stuff for it, and instantly I was like, I need to buy this! I love Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is, in my opinion, one of the best movies of the 80s. I, of course, don't think that Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was up to the level of Excellent Adventure, but it's good in its own right, you know? And this takes place immediately after Bogus Journey, so it's a continuation of that story. I haven't read it completely yet. I read like the first couple pages but had to go do something else. So this could be good, and I'm probably gonna find out soon. Next with comics, I got issue 404 of The Amazing Spider-Man. This is during the saga where Peter Parker is battling with the Scarlet Spider, where they're trying to figure out who is the clone of the other. And that's pretty much all I know about that era. I do like Scarlet Spider, and I used to have an encyclopedia on Spider-Man lore, like all the details of Spider-Man, but I don't know everything about it. So I'm looking forward to reading this, as well as a few other Spider-Man comics that I picked up. I really like Spider-Man. This is part 7 of Maximum Carnage, the saga of Spider-Man's parents. This is issue 367. This is part 3 of Shrieking, issue 392. And then, moving out of Spider-Man, I picked up issue 1 of Cable. Obviously not worth a ton, and I picked it up for really cheap. It was half off, I think, so I paid $3 for it. But it's issue 1 of Cable, so it could be worth reading. Another neat thing I got was this art from the artist of Channel 8. It's a pretty good webcomic, and he helps out with making the Cyanide and Happiness show with the Cyanide and Happiness guys. So, if you like Cyanide and Happiness, go read Channel 8. It's a good comic. And he was doing these custom comic panels for $15 at his booth. So that's pretty neat. I also picked up this volume of Romantically Apocalyptic, which is a fantastic webcomic. It features amazing art, all digitally painted. I don't really know what I can say about this other than just how beautiful the art is. I highly recommend reading this comic. It's genuinely funny. It's amazingly, beautifully digitally painted. Just go read it. Go to romanticallyapocalyptic.com. I'm pretty sure that's the site. It's www.rom.ac. It's been a long time since I've read it, so that's why I picked this up. Then, in terms of games, because I know I haven't really showed that off, other than Infamous, I got this copy of Hybrid Heaven for N64. I know nothing about this game. I have never heard of it before Comicon, but I really liked the cover art. Like, I mean, look at that. Something about it's just appealing to me. Maybe it's just because it kind of looks cyberpunky, but from what I read on Wikipedia, it's an action-adventure / RPG, but that's all I really know about it. It's made by Konami, which I have been having a problem with lately, if you've heard about the whole Kojima-Konami thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Konami right now, but this is a while back. So, then also on N64, I picked up a copy of Cruisin' USA. I absolutely love Cruisin' USA and Cruisin' Exotica. I've only played the arcade games, and I absolutely adore them. I've never played the N64 version of Cruisin' USA, but I'm probably gonna pop it in my N64 right after I finish this video and give it a shot. I just have a lot of great memories of playing this game as a kid at a local pizza place, and like hitting the gas pedal twice to get up on the back wheels, do a wheelie. It's a fun racing game. It's definitely not one to be competitive over or anything. It's not realistic in any way. This isn't Gran Turismo or Forza. It's just fun, and made by Nintendo. Then, switching over to NES, I picked up this copy of RoboCop. I seem to recall Angry Video Game Nerd doing a review of this game, and if he did it, chances are it's really awful. But I love the movie RoboCop, the original at least. The remake wasn't terrible, but it wasn't anywhere near as good and cheesy as the original RoboCop. I'll find out if this is good. And, you know, maybe sometime you'll see me do my own review of it. But we'll see about that. I also picked up this Boss Key keychain from Fangamer. It's obviously inspired by the Boss Key from the Zelda series. I can't tell, I don't know off the top of my head exactly which Zelda game this one might be inspired by. I kind of have a feeling Wind Waker, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty consistent design throughout the series. I may be wrong about that, though. I don't know for sure. I don't really pay attention to the boss keys. All I know is I really like the design of this keychain. Though I have had it on my keyring for about a day, and it's been like jingling a lot, and because there's that little hole where the eye is, it like echoes the jingling and reverberates, and it's really annoying. I can kind of deal with it, even if it is annoying, and even if I do just decide to not put it on my keyring, then oh well. It's nice having this little thing wherever I can put it. And this is another thing that I don't know if it really counts as a collection item, but I went to a panel for Rotten Tomatoes, and they handed these out to the audience. It's obviously a paddle. On either side it says fresh or rotten. It was used by the audience in the panel to describe the movie that a person at the microphone was talking about. The point of the panel was to have a short 2-minute debate over your unpopular opinions on movies or TV shows with various critics from Rotten Tomatoes. And I had my own opinions to say, but I won't mention them here because I'm pretty sure they would get me internet lynched. So let's not do that right now. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, just to like have, I guess. Not really a collection item, but it's kind of nice. So, I like it. And that's all I picked up from Emerald City Comicon. Like I said, all the other money was spent on gas, parking, and overpriced convention food. But I think I got a pretty nice haul here. Let me know what you think of things in here. Tell me if you like Rick and Morty. I really love Rick and Morty. Tell me if you like Rick and Morty in the comments. Or if you have anything to say about anything that I got on here. If you know what Hybrid Heaven is about. Give me some insight here. So if you like what you see, go ahead and give me a subscribe, comment in the comments section, maybe like the video. Just do whatever. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, check out other channels I'm in, whatever. Check out my friends' channels. More videos to come soon, actual reviews. So, stick around. See you guys.